Welcome everyone to the cheeky little rascal that is the V. This wonderful thing is round Charlotte Roval, which, well, to say the least, is not my favourite track. I don't have the webcam on because it is very hot in the UK in the minute and I am not fit to be on camera. I am very warm, even just sitting here not doing anything. So yes, you don't want to see that. Anyway, let's crack on with this. Show you the info for you. Track usage 45% as always, and track temperature 84 Fahrenheit. Degrees will be, I would say, above my head, but they'll be in the usual place where my head would normally be. Anywho, laps I'm going to show you is good because it's right here at the bottom. A 125.205. Now, I was trying to nick into the 24s, but yeah, again, like last week, couldn't get that extra few tenths off. I think my optimal was a 25.1, so even that was pretty close to what I'm getting. I was hunting around for some off tracks as well. There are a few interesting ones, which obviously we'll go through in the video. And there is a horrible corner as well, much like, where do we have it? Alton Park, that was it. Not as bad as that one, but still quite bad. On the screen now, you'll see my Discord, which is where you'll find the OLAP, BLAPs, and I think the telemetry file if I remember to press the right button. And you can also have a look at the track guide schedule that I make. I'm going to make these for every single season, so if you are running any of the series that I have covered in the past, so that's Skippy, Formula V, Radical, and the Ferrari GT3 that might be changed at some point in the future, no idea. But there is a track guide out there, and hopefully I'm covering most of them as we go through the season. Thank you very much for watching this bit, and let's crack on with the guide. Right then, Charlotte layout, and we've got to pause it quite quickly because the start line is actually the brake marker. Just after it, we are braking, changing down into third gear, and we're turning it for turn 1, which brings us on to pit road, which is very weird. Avoid the black grass because it is a cheeky little off track. So yeah, there's one to gain, and yeah, we're in the pits. So off we jolly well go. Quick speed up, and we want to be on the right hand side at this tire marker thing. And a couple of car lengths after it, we want to stand on the brakes. We're still in third gear, we don't need to change gear just yet, but be very careful on this corner of that tyre barrier on the outside. Very easy to run wide, very easy to collect it, lots of crashes, I predict. I come around this corner now, change up into fourth, just to stop the engine screaming its little heart out. You can take it in third all the way, but at this line, you want to lift off, and I do change back down into third. This corner I would avoid the blue curb, but I'm taking it here just to prove you can take it and bump over it, and you can run all the way out wide, which is brilliant. Coming on now to turn 5, and we're using the second advertising marker as a lift off and turning point. You want to get as close as you can to that little brick concrete wall thing there, and then it becomes a real pain in the rear. These next couple of corners are really tricky. So about here, I'm bringing the car to the apex, braking in a straight line, still third gear, and you're really tempted to get on throttle, but this second part of this corner, turn 7, is actually tighter and you almost come back on yourself. So make sure you get a nice late apex and stay left of the track as much as you can to really open up this turn 8 and 9. 2 corners this is counted as actually, and I'm going to pause it about now because you want to be as close to this curb as you can. You can see on full throttle, I'm a couple of car width, well, maybe a quarter of a car width away, but yeah, get full throttle out there, get a good run, you should be golden. The second to last red bit is kind of my turning marker for this, and I kind of turn in full throttle as I get to apex, lift off, because you kind of go over crest, so you do get a bit of understeer, so be warned about that. Coming down the hill now, we come past another advertisement board on the left, and we are braking in a straight line before we get to this, because again, deceptively tight. Horrible little bump here. The further you go up the banking, the bigger the bump, so just be careful of that. Want to keep it to the left hand side as much as we can, because again, we've got to turn all the way back on ourselves now. At this curbing extra bit, I don't bother using it, I don't think it's worth it, but it's still third gear again, and a nice late apex, because this is now where we're full throttle. You see I have a slight lift, which isn't ideal there. You can see I'm full throttle now all the way to the line, and we do have a little chicane, but it's no trouble in this at all. So flying through the chicane, and like I say, it's easy enough, just mind the walls and you'll be absolutely golden. And we are hunting for the line, best to stay on the left hand side, getting ready for turn 1 again. But as I say, that is us across the line with a 125.205. So, not my favourite track, not going to lie. I'm not a fan of twisty corners after twisty corners after twisty corners. This does seem like a particularly a track that was designed with someone that couldn't draw a straight line. Particularly the latter half of that, it's just wiggly, and then even more wiggly. So yeah, the only overtaking place I can think of is into turn 1, into turn 2. If you don't get past them by turn 5, you're following them through the twisty stuff. So just bear that in mind. It is rookie class. It is a track that I haven't run before, if I'm honest, so I was learning the track myself. Hopefully this can help you out a little bit. Let me know if it does. Otherwise, have a very good week ahead of you, and I'll catch you on the next one.